Hi, my name is Julieta, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, certified sex therapist, and founder of Aphrodite Counseling and Embodied Education. And I am going to talk about the autumn equinox today. We are just a few days away from it at the time of this recording, and I really found through my work with folks around sexuality, sensuality, and really deep transformational healing that connecting with the earth, connecting with the rhythms of our bodies, the symbolism of nature, of archetypes, that those can really be so powerful for us on our own journey. So I'm going to share a little bit about what the autumn equinox is, how you can tap into this symbolism, nature, the rhythms of your own body to support you on your sexual journey and on your healing and transformation. So the autumn equinox, historically through a lot of cultures has been a time of reflection, a time of gratitude, a time of introspection to finding balance in our lives. It's a time where it's going to mark the beginning of autumn, that the sun and the darkness are going to be equal, so equal for equinox. And there's just so much rich symbolism here. 3 practices that you can use to connect with yourself more deeply through this autumn equinox time. And this is not around the autumn equinox when you're watching this recording, that's okay. We can tap into these energies throughout the year at different stages in our lives, different symbolisms that we tap into, different things that we're going through. So we can reflect through all of these seasons in different areas of our life. But at this time of this recording, we're just a few days away from it, which is really exciting and a perfect time to just connect with these parts. So 3 practices to deeper come home to yourself, your sensuality, your body, your own self, is to reflect on gratitude. What have you been grateful for in your life? What have you felt grateful for in your body as far as your pleasure, as far as your sexual journey, your sensual journey? You can take a moment to do a little bit of meditation around that, to do some journaling. Just taking those moments to reflect on gratitude can be really healing and really helpful for us to just navigate some of those inner critic thoughts that we might have or anxiety that we might have. It can feel really grounding. The second practice that you can do is to reflect on balance in your life. Do you notice that your relationship with sexuality feels out of balance? Do you find that you are engaging in a lot of sexuality or sexual practices in a way that doesn't feel maybe mindful? That you are meeting other needs through sexual practices and that ultimately you're not taking care of those true needs? Are there some ways that things just aren't feeling quite embodied for you? And if that's so, really looking at that without judgment, but more of a sense of just inner knowing and really looking at what those needs might be. Are you finding that you're really struggling with difficult emotions and you're using sex to numb out? Or your relationship is feeling not very connected or not very securely attached, and so you're using sex for that reassurance? And just knowing ourselves better, being able to have compassion for that, being able to reflect from a really mindful, really self-loving way that helps us to find a relationship with ourselves, with our sexuality, with our partners that feel a lot more balanced, a lot more embodied, and actually a lot more nurturing in the long run. You might find that you're on the other end of not feeling very balanced around your sexuality, where you've maybe been feeling a lot of shame or disconnect or feeling very activated around sex. You might be avoiding connecting with your body, connecting with your sensuality, self-pleasure with your partner. And again, just having a mindfulness practice around this and a self-awareness around this. Or is there any parts of your relationship with your body? Are there any parts of your relationship with your partner, with your sexuality that are not serving you, or that you feel like you've been afraid to look at or feeling shame to look at? And if so, you can start to do a little bit of a mindfulness practice about that, some body-based practices, connect with nature, or do some journaling and really looking at how your relationship with sexuality and sensuality has been in your life, and particularly this past year as we're moving forward to these next seasons, moving into the next year. And reflecting on what you would like that relationship to look like for you, what that balance would be like for you. So that is the second practice in honor of the autumn equinox and sensuality. And the third practice that I'm going to talk about is connecting with your senses and connecting with the earth. I think that, when we talk about sexuality and sexual energy, there is something so primal about that, so connected about that. And oftentimes in our busy day-to-days, we're just trying to get through the day. We're sucked into our phones, we're working, we're just doing things so quickly. And so finding practices that can help you connect with your senses, connect with the rhythms of your body, connect when you're tired if you need to rest, with hydrating if you're thirsty, of nourishing your body with really nourishing food, of moving your body in a way that feels really honoring and nurturing, really tuning into your body's needs. And if you have any nature-based practices that feel grounding and supportive, seeing if you can find a little bit of time to build that into your routine, whether that's having your morning coffee in the morning and looking out and seeing the clouds, or hearing the birds, or just taking a moment to be connected with nature and, smell the flowers, or if you're near a forest or the ocean, seeing if you can take some adventures there and just really reflect on how that feels in your body, how you can connect with your senses in that way. So those are 3 practices in honor of the autumn equinox that you can just reflect on and see if those feel supportive or nurturing. The autumn equinox is a time of introspection. It's a time of really going inwards and reflecting. And so if there's anything else that arises for you that you're like, oh, this would feel really honoring, I think this would support my journey, I really want to welcome you to listening to that, to listening to yourself, to listening to your own wisdom, and seeing if you can honor that and give yourself some time for that in your life as we're moving through the seasons of our own lives, of the earth, of all the symbolism that is always surrounding us. So thank you so much, and I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day, wherever season this is that you're watching this video, and that you can connect with your senses, yourself, and your unique relationship to the seasons and to the earth. Thank you.